Forbes India and Indeed present Top 30 Talent Leaders of 2024.
Over the years, how do you think talent attraction, talent management, and employer branding has changed over the years? Starting with you, Debolina.
Clearly, AI and tech is shaping every aspect of talent management, right from applicant attraction to selection, screening, um, customization of careers at an individual level, that hyper-personalized experience, customized learning programs. I think that way, the whole efficiency across the entire HR function has improved. HR is now doing much higher order work, what Dave Ulrich talked about. So that's clearly happening. There's some, while a lot of things have changed, I think some challenges still remain. So the war for talent still continues.
Do you agree, Sunita?
There is a huge nudge that AI has brought into even the functional space. And of course, I think the pandemic also taught us a lot of lessons. And I feel a lot of change in organization thinking with respect to just, remote, and as a result of which the spend that companies do in terms of digitalization has significantly gone up. So I definitely agree.
Yogi, would you like to add to that?
The concept of the workplace itself has changed. Home, office, under a tree, in a club, all that seems to be merging. Also, the types of workers that we have now in industry, whether it's FTE, contracts, gig workers, neo-gig workers, all that has changed a lot. The third is, what is longevity now? I mean, longevity and the attitude of being loyal to a company, that norm is also rapidly changing, and one can't blame youngsters because they see sometimes in different countries parents being laid off and stuff. Indeed is a very good example of how it has really changed the market. I think it's become now a seller's market as compared to a buyer's market. When I was looking for a job way back, it was more of a looking for a job. Now people chased good talent. Social media has had a huge role. I think the world now today is moving towards niche domain skills. Things like 9-box models and all that are off. So, leadership is everywhere. It's not sitting in the 9th box when you look at the boxes.
So as Yogi was saying, there is leadership everywhere. Companies have started listening. What do you want to add to that, Rohan?
Everyone is always looking for jobs. And I think the biggest thing that has changed across the border, and we've done cross-generational research on this, is the fact that everyone's expectations of a job have shifted significantly. I don't want to go work at an organization, and not me personally, but what job seekers are saying is where there is a one-size-fits-all kind of approach to it. It doesn't work for me. So if you can't cater to my needs, I'm going to go find someone who can.
Yogi, you have seen a large part of how HR has evolved 30, 35 years. How do you think managers, HR managers should use AI during recruitment? What are some pitfalls that they should be aware of and avoid?
There are 1 in 188 cognitive biases. And I think if HR people are cognizant about what are the cognitive biases that they can fall as a trap for, it's very, very important. Because the algorithm which you make for the AI can have that baked in. There is a very interesting software called Compass, which is being used in America for deciding which prisoners should get parole and which prisoners should not get parole. And when they ran an algorithm, the test, in order to check whether there were biases baked or not, they found that colored people were definitely being discriminated against. So it's extremely important for the algo to be examined, re-examined. And I think the specific skill that one requires for this is critical thinking, and to get a data lake of information from various sources so that you can test and retest to make sure that your algo is fair.
Just to add to what Mr. Yogi was saying about biases, and the weirdest way human biases appear as well. Similar to what he was saying, there was a study on sentencing in America on sentencing for that a group of judges were doing after thing. If you were sentenced after lunch, you got a better sentence than before lunch. So essentially, the weirdest way for biases to exist, and that's the biggest danger, right? AI uses data to predict. Data is from humans. We are more biased than anything, and the unconscious biases are the ones you don't even know you have. That's what makes it even worse, right? And for example, in Indeed, we do use a lot of artificial intelligence for matching, for smart sourcing. You've heard about that. And we use it to put jobs and job seekers together. But we're not doing it in a silo. We have a responsible AI team whose only job is to look at every product that we build and match it to real world scenarios and see if it's actually matching what would happen in a real world scenario.
Thank you, Rohan. Thank you, Yogi. Thank you, Debolina. Thank you, Sunita.
Forbes India and Indeed present Top 30 Talent Leaders of 2024.